This is the brain.
Hello.
This organ is part of the central nervous system. It is so important for you that it has an immunologic immunity.
I have the totem.
Well, not exactly. This immunity is provided by a powerful barrier, the blood-brain barrier. This barrier is semi-permeable, which means that it protects the brain from attacks from the exterior.
Quo vadis? Not allowed.
But allows the necessary nutrients to cross it.
Sugar.
Please, come in.
Unfortunately, the BBB doesn't protect the brain from internal disorders, leading to diseases like Parkinson's. What? Parkinson's disease is the second most common neurodegenerative disease after Alzheimer's. It was first described by James Parkinson on his essay on the shocking perceived, published in 1870. But the term Parkinson's disease was introduced by a French neurologist, Jean-Michel Charcot, about 50 years later. It is like Frankenstein. We say Frankenstein when we speak about the monster. But in reality, we are referring to the monster's creator. But this is another story. Parkinson's disease affects more than 6.4 million people worldwide, and around 300,000 new cases appear each year. It does not affect the life expectancy of people who suffer from it, but it does affect its quality. You probably imagine that a person who has Parkinson's is a person who is trembling all the time. And this is wrong! A third of the patients do not present tremor at rest. It is only one of the three major symptoms, with slowness and rigidity. Parkinson's leads to different disorders, like difficulties to swallow or frozen face. This causes communication problems because other people can think that they are sad all the time. In fact, it is just that the movement of smiling is not automatic anymore. The problem is that doctors need to be specialists and to observe at least 2 of these symptoms to make a diagnosis. And when this is done, 50% of the dopaminergic neurons have already disappeared. Dopamine what? Let's come back to the brain.
Hello.
Its main element is a specific type of cells able to conduct nerve messages. These are called neurons. Different types of neurons exist in the central nervous system, but they all communicate using the same system. No, not like you texting with your friends. Every neuron produces different molecules called neurotransmitters. When a message travels through the axon of a neuron, which is like a long arm, and reaches the synapse, the space between 2 neurons, the neurotransmitter is released and activates a receptor on the other neuron, like a postman. One of these neurotransmitters is called dopamine. It looks like that. And the neurons that produce and use it are called dopaminergic neurons. So what? So dopamine is the main neurotransmitter for the control of movement, and in particular automatic movement, such as facial expression, such as smiling. In Parkinson's disease, these neurons are dying, leading to less and less production and release of dopamine, and consequently to less and less signal. Finally, the control of movement is more difficult. People have to think more about what they want to do.
Why are they dying?
That's a good question. We don't know the initial cause of Parkinson's yet. But we do know that some proteins, called alpha-synuclein, sometimes form toxic fibrils and aggregates in the central nervous system in what we call Lewy bodies. This induces oxidative stress, so basically inflammation. This inflammation causes neurons to die. These two phenomena activate a specific type of cells called microglia. And when they are activated, microglia release some chemicals, which increase inflammation and then causes neurons to die. And here is a vicious circle of Parkinson's disease.
If they are dying, I can create new neurons to replace them. Regeneration power activated!
Unfortunately, you can't do that. These neurons are unable to regenerate.
So, you replace them.
If only it was so easy. To do so, we need stem cells. These are cells which don't have any defined function but are able to differentiate into any type of cell we need, like red blood cells, muscle cells, bone cells, and so on. The problem is that nerve stem cells, the ones that are able to differentiate into neurons, are present only at the embryonic stage of your life. And we can't create embryos just to collect these cells.
So, what can you do to cure me?
For the moment, we are unable to cure people who suffer from Parkinson's disease, but we can act on the symptoms. The most common medicine is levodopa. It releases the molecule L-DOPA, which is a precursor of dopamine. So when a neuron catches L-DOPA, it can turn it into dopamine and transfer its message. The problem is that dopaminergic neurons are located in the substantia nigra pars compacta. It is a very little space in the brain, the size of a bean. It is then difficult to be sure that the L-DOPA goes to this part of the brain. But researchers do not give up easily. All around the world, people are working on different aspects of the problem. Some try to understand the mechanism of the disease, others how it starts. Some try to create new molecules, and others to find new sources of stem cells. And they all share their findings to make science progress. We are a group of PhD students working on the BrainMat Train project. Our goal is to use collagen, a molecule present in a large amount in your body, to create new scaffolds like gels or particles for Parkinson's disease. We could load them with medicine to help the neurons survive, or with neurons to replace the ones that already died. We are facing big challenges every day, but we are using all our neurons on them. While they are here,